Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to another Oladele's Thoughts. What's on my mind tonight? I've been thinking about this all day, and it basically, based on what's going on in Tanzania and what's happening all over Africa. It's I don't know why people don't think about this, but I think about everything. I think about why Africa is where it is, why I think we're going through what we're going through. And one thing I want to focus on tonight is basically our leaders, our African leaders. Why is it that we can't get it through our thick skulls that our African leaders are not there for the benefit of Africans? Since independence, we've had leaders who have been gatekeepers for the hegemonic powers. Because obviously, if the African leaders are working for our benefit, don't we think things should change by now? Look at Africa today. The wealthiest place on earth, yet the most impoverished people living in the same continent where our resources is being taken out of our continent every single day. And your so-called leaders are complicit to the rape, killing, and stealing of your resources, and they're not stopping it. So what makes you think that your leaders are there for your benefit? Make it make sense. Look at Africa today. We've had revolutionary leaders. We've had Thomas Sankara. We've had Kwame Nkrumah. These leaders basically telling us that we can do differently. Look at Traore today. There's no African leader that's supporting this guy openly. They're doing it behind the scenes, but they haven't got the guts and the balls to basically go support him and stand side by side with him. They can't. Why are they not doing that? That basically tells me and tells the world that our African leaders are being controlled. If they do anything that's contrary to the gatekeepers' agenda, they're scared to not be there. They're basically scared. So all the African leaders that we look up to, thinking that they are there for our benefit, are not there for our benefit. They're basically mission managers for the colonial project. They're basically maintaining the status quo to give the colonizers, the imperialist, advantage over our resources. My country, Nigeria, over 200 million people in poverty, yet resource rich. They're probably the second resource rich country in the continent today. Why is it so difficult for us to use our resources to empower our people if our leaders are not compromised? Look at the DRC today, the richest country in the world. Is so rich, yet the people impoverished. Why can we not use our